Hello guys, KingSmackers here, and today we're going to be doing a different type of Mario Maker 2 video. So I did say that I was kind of abandoning my Pokemon roots for a bit, because of the Sword and Shield drama. So what better way to do that than to do a video that's Mario themed. So I'm going to start with Mario Maker 2, because it's really fun. And in this video, I will be rating all of the new items. Now, I was never in the original game to experience the other items in person, but I have seen a lot of videos of it, so I pretty much know all the items do. We're just gonna get started. And yes, new variants count, and for the record, we're only doing the 4 main styles today, as they are called. We're only doing the 4 main styles. Because 3D World is just complicated, and I want to do that and give that its own video. So let's get started. We'll just be using the item wheel. I don't know if you can make different color pipe in the other games, but I'm glad they did that, I guess. But the conveyor belt thing with pipes no longer works. But first up we have slopes. Slopes are great. They let you do things. They're especially helpful in races when you just don't feel like walking. Because I don't. It takes too long. I love slopes. I know a lot of people wanted them, and a lot of people went crazy when they got them. And that's a skin? So fun reading the video. And I use them without any of my levels, but they can be useful. But a bunch of people advocate for them. In the end, they are a type of terrain. The only stuff as far as this terrain is concerned. Items. Alright. So it looks like nothing now. If we go to Super Mario. They used the tutorial music for the Sky theme? Oh. Guess I didn't know that. Now, each area has their own specific item that goes right here. Everything else is the same except the Goomba shoe, which is only in Mario 1 and Mario 3, because in Mario World and Mario U you have Yoshi. The only exceptionally new item would be the Super Ball Flower, as far as items go, and the Poison Mushroom. Hey, I don't even know how to make it light. Maybe it's in the advanced section. So, the Super Ball Flower, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is great. I loved this. But then I was like, meh, because it was being used in so many levels, in just snipe the person type of way, that I kind of got bored of it, because it's the same exact thing. Never once was it just used as a generic power-up that could be used to be an alternate to the Super Ball. So, yeah. And the only other new item is the Poison Mushroom. I have no idea how to access any of these because I have no idea how to access Night, and this is just a whole complicated process that I have no idea how to do before the video. Who knows? Because they don't have a day and night option on the main menu. If it's something you have to unlock, damn it. But those are the only ones I know for now. Moving on. After this, enemies. Now for enemies for Goomba, they added a new enemy called the Goombrat. This thing, it adds nothing to the game whatsoever. By the way, I didn't rate the Poison Mushroom and the Super Ball Flower. Super Ball Flower also gets an 8 out of 10. The Poison Mushroom, while a great I'm gonna kill you mushroom, yeah, I think it can only be used in night levels, that's why it's not an option. I don't even know what I think of that, honestly. I just haven't seen them get used enough, so. I haven't seen them much. I think they can be used great. Especially the one with like the poison, you have the guy, the Poison Mushroom to Victory. I'll give them a 7 out of 10, because I don't know them. So, Goombrats. They are literally just Goombas. So they're average, so they're 5 out of 10. They're also called Goombas in Mario World. I think, I asked why in one of my videos. I think the reason is to follow Mario World style of having different types of Goombas. So obviously they have a Galoomba instead of a Goomba, so they look like Halloween monsters. Cheep Cheep isn't new. Neither are Blooper, Spiny, Spiketrap, or Buzzybee, or as I like to call them, Gonto. Piranha Plants aren't new either. No one here is actually new. All the new stuff comes from gadgets, you know? Hairbro can become Firebro in 3D World, but that's 3D World, so we'll leave that for another video. As for this section, nothing much either, really. Nothing is new. We all know these enemies. Now, if you look here, you will see Boom Boom and Angry Sun, who are actually, lo and behold, new. No. You hit the block right before the P-switch times out. Damn it. Boom Boom, I think he was a great addition, because before, number one, there weren't that many bosses, and two, Bowser Jr. was kind of like the mini-boss, and he doesn't deserve to be the mini-boss, you know? Even though he was in New Super Mario Bros. DS. But it doesn't feel like it, you know? It's like, he's Bowser's son. Why would he... Sorry. So So I think Boom Boom makes it better. I just want to put a random boss in type boss. So that's what I think of Boom Boom. He isn't much though. He's not too hard unless he's in wing form, then he's a monster. So I'm gonna give Boom Boom a 7 out of 10, because he's kind of decent. Next we have the Angry Sun. Now the Angry Sun I have literally never used in my levels once. So I don't know much about the Angry Sun, but so so honestly that's just the Angry Sun, like I said, I haven't done much. I put some deep thinking into my final response. And it's like legit, what is, because I think it can definitely be useful, but in the end, it's just an enemy that lingers and kills you from time to time, because reasons. And that's what I really think of it as. Maybe if I see it used in a clever way, my opinion will change, but for now, it remains just a 6 out of 10 at most. What should we kill bullshit? Huh. No. Now we get into Gizmos, which is going to be great because now there's actually new stuff. First up, Bonsai Bill. Now Bonsai Bill, unlike Bullet Bill, can be placed off screen for some weird reason. Like they are in certain Mario levels, I guess. And I think they can be useful, and definitely their hitbox exploit. Anyway, so yeah, you can exploit the bit of a tile issue with their hitboxes and the fact that you can jump over them if they're occupying the entire space. But I think it's just better for Bonsai Bills because they can appear on screen in 3D World. They can go across the screen, and they don't have to come in like waves and waves because you want a Bill Blaster. So I'm gonna give them an 8 out of 10. I've been giving everything. Next we have Icicle. Now the Icicle is a great power-up. I love power-up. It's a great item. I love it. It crashes down on you. It can activate so many things. It's like the Thwomp, but better, you know? Because there's also a time delay, so you can just speed past it. So those are my only thoughts about that. But it also, I don't think it takes up any of the enemy limit despite crashing down on you. Icicles can be very useful. I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10. Next we have Twisters. Now, I did a whole level revolving around Twisters, and they're great, but they're a bit disappointing in the fact that they can't be pushed sideways or upside down to keep you from moving downward or to the side, which I think is a bit of a disappointment and a bit of a letdown, honestly, but otherwise, I think they're okay. So, Twisters in the end get an 8 out of 10. I like them, but they could be much better. Now, surprisingly, nothing new is in this section. Key, door, and P-switch are always in. POW, red POWs exist in 3D World. I don't know their difference, to be honest. Spring, vine, and arrow were always in, as was the checkpoint. Although checkpoints were minorly edited, so that first of all, in the Mario U style, their design is edited, and second of all, they can no longer be placed diagonally. Now this isn't made of entirely new platforms at all, really, it doesn't even come close. This one does, though. Anyway, the Swinging Claw. Now, the Swinging Claw isn't... Okay, it's pretty good, but, like, I find its controls to be a little awkward and floaty. Like, I feel, personally, that when I try to use the Swinging Claw, how you build up momentum takes a bit of time, and seeing so many levels sort of based off of it, it's pretty much like the Twister's friend, in a way. It allows you to fly. In a way. I also do like how its facial expression changes when it grabs onto you, and it can grab onto other things. But the Swinging Claw, a lot of people are glorifying it. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. I'm gonna be honest. I like it. It's another 8 out of 10 for me. I think it's great, it has potential, but I'm just not too much a fan of it right now. Next we have the beautiful seesaw platform in its natural habitat. So, the seesaw is okay, again. I think many people, again, glorify it, really. It's a platform that measures weight overall, and it's pretty much like a seesaw would act. And you can actually, if you want, in certain places, ground pound to launch the other side up. But it doesn't kill them like it did in Mario Sunshine. And the solar panels, which is my, like, only issue with it. Otherwise, I'd be fine with it, I guess. The overall seesaws can be used for, like, swamp puzzles and stuff. I have seen them used in clever ways. But overall, my opinion of them remains 8 out of 10. Nothing really blew me away in this game, you know? I liked it, but it doesn't blow me away. It's like, cool. Now we get to this section. Now technically almost everything here is new, and when I say that, I mean nothing here is new. But 3 blocks. Again. Oh, a lot less new things in this game than I thought. I guess themes account for it. I could rate those too. You know what, I'm gonna do that. Alright, on-off switches. Who doesn't love those potholes so far? This is hands down the best new item in Super Mario Maker 2. I love them. They are great. There are a few levels I have not used on-off switching. It was in the level that I did surrounding Twisters for obvious reasons, and Cat and Mouse for other obvious reasons. Most levels I have, hell, even my race level had it. The specific reason of just, they're so good. There's so many puzzles that can be done with them. So many things can activate them. You can, the enemies can, bombs can, icicles can, Koopa Troopa shells can. They've been used in the beat block style fashion. You know what the beat block style is? There are beat blocks in 3D World, right? And they sort of beat back and forth. And honestly, those can just be recreated by placing a shell between two on-off switch blocks. And, unlike in 3D World, you can dictate this. You can dictate the speed in which they switch. They can also be used in speedruns, and they're very well used in speedruns. And then there's the obvious fashion of and yeah, the style where you have to hit it and then land on the platform is also really well done. And I just seen them so well executed, and I just love them. I love them. I've used them in my own levels, granted to a minimal extent in a lot of them, but still used. They can be used by enemies, they can be used to move twisters, and very importantly, they can be used to kill a lot of unkillable monsters, you know? Like, Munchers, dematerialize them by simply just hide blocks, and then they get destroyed. Same goes for thwomps. Like, if you want to do a level with thwomps, it's hack an on-off switch, and they only do that, so you have to play the level like that. Just simply place the silhouette of said block behind them, and when they hit the on-off switch, they will meet their doom. And it's just a great function, and I love it. I love them. Solid 10 out of 10. Dotted line blocks. The dotted line blocks are pretty much what come with the on-off switches. Obviously, they change with the on-off switch. So I'm just going to pair them with the on-off switch and give them the 10 out of 10. Snake blocks. The snake blocks can be great. I have heard a lot of people express their distaste with it. I personally am okay with it, really. I just don't like it when people position it so that, oh, it comes around and then it pushes you off and it kills you unexpectedly, and it's like, that's just cheap. Stop doing that. I think the snake blocks they can be good, and I have seen them really good in a lot of the troll levels I play in ways that aren't that. So I do kind of like them, but 7 out of 10. Now we move on to the new themes. Now we're going to start. Oh, this is Rising and Falling Water. No, that's the length of the. Oh, that's the length of the scroll. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what that's for. Alright. So we're gonna start with Sky, because I believe that is new. Otherwise you would see a lot of rainbows in Mario Maker 1. Anyway. Sky theme really has nothing special to it, to be completely honest. It's just like Crown theme. Just with better music. With better music. Mario Bros. 1, not bad. Mario Bros. 3, great remix when making it. Mario Bros. Mario World. Actually, that one's, I don't know, it's kind of subpar. Mario U, love it. Mario 3D World, also love it. I don't know why. They have perfect tracks. Forest. Obviously, they come with the added mode. So, my opinions on Jungle are pretty simple. I've done 2 levels on it now. I think the thing that they add, obviously, yeah, I'm not gonna be rating the themes, if you're wondering. So, this section of Jungle has great music, if you ask me. I think Jungle Theme is great, just because it allows you to swim, and it puts that option of water there on the bottom. Oh, it's shining through a bit more, so I'm gonna... No, it's not shining through. So, yeah, that's my opinion on Jungle. I do think it's great, your ability to swim, because it just gets rid of the option of, oh, what if I fall? And it can be used in very clever ways, and the rising and falling in water can also be used in clever ways. Like, you put a bunch of water enemies, you know? Like, there are a bunch of enemies in the water, and there are also a bunch of enemies on land, and you can choose whichever one you want to do. Most of the time, you just pick water when it's at a certain point. In one of the levels I made, I do like to pick water, in some cases, just because it's a bit more convenient. I think Jungle added a great lot to the mix, also it has really good music. Next we have, after Jungle, or Forest as they call it. The only two new themes after that are Desert and Snow. Desert, I feel, if you ask me, I think Desert feels very similar to Ground as well. Nothing really changes that much. So I don't actually know what I think of Desert. It's really good. Next is Snow. Damn it. I told you there are issues with this Joy-Con. God damn it. So my opinions on Snow Theme are very, very, very simple. I love the music for a lot of the Snow Themes. It just sounds something about the way it sort of Christmasizes like everything and makes this what it is. It just sounds so magical and so beautiful. And I love the music that Snow Theme has created, which definitely makes up for the crappy ice physics. And also, it's home to the icicle, and I appreciate that. But that's my opinion overall on all the themes and all the new items in Mario Maker 2. Let me know your opinion. And next time, we will do 3D World. Bye.